Now let's get to it. The Lions.
What they do?
And the Washington Commanders. You had the nerve, the audacity, the gall to sit here and try to discount my thoughts on the Lions. Everything I said, you tried to make it like I was a hater. And
what?
No. I'm a hater. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying.
Okay.
And you couldn't have been more wrong about the Detroit Lions. And despite all the stuff I pointed out all year long, you just kept acting like you didn't see it. Or that I was some deranged old man who's living in the past. That was the past. You talking about the old stuff. I'm talking about the new. No matter what I told you, on this very radio show, I told you about Russell Wilson and Justin Fields. Did I tell you? Yeah.
You want to go there?
Yeah, I'm going to go there. You were wrong.
Let me write that down. Okay.
I told you about Ronald McDonald and the Vikings. You were wrong. Okay. I told you about Aaron Glenn and that he didn't work up some magic defense, that it was Sam Darnold, not Aaron Glenn. You were wrong. And I told you about Jared Loss, not Jared Goff. I told you. I sat here and told you he could throw 3 interceptions and lose a big game. I told you the reason that the Rams traded him was because they didn't think he was good in big games, and you discounted it. Oh, you were wrong. And then I told you the Lions all year I didn't buy in. Fraudulent. I gave you all the reasons why. Yeah,
give me him again.
The NFC North, 40-11. Yeah, because they played the AFC West. 0-3 in the postseason, 10 interceptions from the 3 quarterbacks. I told you that the Lions, your revenge tour, all you talked about, running up the score, right? A bad coach putting his players in harm's way all year long for no reason to beat up also-rans. And there you go. What happened? You didn't have enough bodies, enough people at the end. And then I told you time and time again, Dan Campbell's not a good coach, and we saw more of that. We saw 12 men on the field when the game was in reach, 10 points. And they give them a first down and goal at the 1 because they don't have they have too many men on defense. They got a wide receiver throwing in a crucial point of the game.
That was bad.
Making a throw to another wide receiver. Guess how many throws that wide receiver had thrown in his career in college and the pros? 0. That's the spot you picked to be cute?
That was bad.
Come on, man. It doesn't get any worse than that.
You done?
No, I'm not done. I've been telling you, this franchise wasn't going. You ignored all the signs. All the signs all year about Jared Goff, about the defense, about this team. I'm not shocked. When I sat here on Friday, you stuck out your chest and told me, you don't believe what you just said, that the Commander's going to win. You somehow think that I'm going to sit here and I'm just saying something to say it.
That's because I sit next to you for 3 hours.
Yeah, and I told you I've been covering this league since what year?
I forgot.
1987.
All right, so let's break these down. Number 1, a dead clock is right.
Can you admit you're wrong?
Yes, clearly they lost. But are you going to admit you were wrong 15 times?
No, I wasn't wrong 15 times.
Are you going to admit you were wrong 15 times? Because Rob G knows for 15 weeks you said they were going to lose. So you weren't wrong the other 15 times.
I picked them to lose every week? You know that ain't true.
12 out of the 15?
No, I did not. 12
out of 15.
I did not.
So
not against Jacksonville. Not against Jacksonville.
Okay, there's your one. There's your one.
Stop.
I just said 12 out of 15. So a team that is 15-2 is fraudulent, that you pick every week to lose, and they don't lose. Let's just start there. And you brought up Russell Wilson, who lost 5 straight games, who got blew out in the playoffs, and that's the guy you hanging your hat on?
Yeah, because I told you he would be the starter when he came back.
And he looked terrible.
And did he come back?
And he looked terrible.
Did he come back? Was he the starter for the rest of the year? I told you that.
He looks terrible.
Okay, whatever you want to say, but I told you.
So watch how you do this. This is the best part about it. See, let me break down the Lions real quick to prove to something. I am a fan of the Lions. Watch how I can be critical of something I'm a fan of, something I'm going to school you on real quick. Number one, Ben Johnson made a horrible call. Absolutely. You can't have Williams throwing that pass when you're down 10 with the chance to go down and score easily because the offense was moving, and he gives him the ball and gives it in a kid who is always a hothead, who's immature. You cannot do that. Absolutely the one big glaring flaw from Ben Johnson throughout that game. Jared Goff, I even got a better name than you just came up. Jared lost. Jared Cough. He did cough it up 3 times. Absolutely. He threw those interceptions. You can't win when our best player, our quarterback, our star player, I should say, star quarterback is giving the ball away. Absolutely, you can't play like that. But for you to act like they didn't have all of these injuries that you were banking on.
That had nothing to do with this game. That had nothing to do with this game.
I'm sorry. Did the defense not stop the Daniels and that Commanders?
You said on this very show, and when they stopped the Minnesota Vikings, you gave 10 times credit to who?
To Aaron Glenn.
No, to Aaron Glenn.
Yes.
Oh, he dialed it up.
Because he dialed it up.
No, he did not. And I sat here and I told you
first of all,
that Sam Darnold.
See, this is what I can't deal with.
Overthrew receivers. That's what I told you.
We both, one of us can't admit when they're right or wrong, and the other can't. Like you can never. Hold on. I let you talk. You can never be wrong. Aaron Glenn dialed it up. What was wrong with that? It's okay. I asked you once, very simple. The Lions aren't fun to watch. They don't score. You couldn't answer that. I have no problem coming in here and tell you that Jared Goff, he coughed it up. He threw a terrible interception. The fumble in the red zone might have changed everything. They might have gone up 14-3 in the first quarter, and that might have a whole different ballgame. Jared Goff was a large reason why the Lions lost. I have no problem admitting that.
Yes, you did, because we sat here on Friday, and when I said that he would throw 3 interceptions, you said, you always got to be the extreme.
Because you are.
No, I was telling you.
You literally are the extreme every week.
I was telling you.
Rob, I'm not letting you do this.
I was trying to tell you.
Did you talk? Thank you. I've let you talk for 97% of the segment. You can't do extremes every week and be right once and expect somebody to give you a cookie. That's what I'll never do. You can't say somebody sucks, they're going to lose every week, and they don't, and then when they finally do once, expect a cookie.
I want you to show me the tape, because that ain't
true.
You
do that every week.
I don't pick them to win
does he not
week?
Go to the extreme every week? We literally make a joking segment of it.
So what I'm saying is,
you finally got it right where Jared Goff had a bad game and still had a chance to be in that game. So there's no denying that. I don't deny what is obvious. I have no problem doing that. They lost. The Commanders were perfect. They were literally flawless. He didn't get sacked. He didn't throw he being Daniels, no interceptions, didn't get sacked, ran the ball well, almost 300 yards, couple touchdowns. They literally were flawless. When they get an interception, they didn't just get it and fall. They pick-sixed it. They were flawless. Congrats to the Commanders. They played an amazing game.
It ain't no congrats. It was the ultimate choke job by the Lions. Don't give them no.
They played a great game. That's not an ultimate choke job.
It is an ultimate choke job.
Absolutely not an ultimate choke job.
You were 9.5-point favorites at home against a rookie quarterback.
Who played amazingly.
Okay. All right.
That was not a choke job.
Did Vegas give money and just go, oh, yeah, we're going to give 9.5 points to Washington. 9.5 points. You've been covering
it since 80, whatever. You know Vegas don't get it right all the time.
All right, and I'm telling you that was a major choke job. The Lions had a free pass to the Super Bowl.
It was not a free pass. They would have had to beat them. They would have had to possibly, now we know, would have had to beat the Eagles. That's not a free pass. What are you talking about?
Yes, everything had to come through Detroit.
That's a free pass.
That's what you played for.
That is an easier pass. That's exactly what you played for.
And just like last year, the same coach you had, Dan Campbell.
And how you going to say the same coach that has an amazing winning record is a terrible coach?
You know what his record is? 0-2.
So then you're a terrible broadcaster because you're wrong on the time.
Yes,
based on your standards, that don't make any sense.
Yes.
His team is 15-2, banged up, fought through all the injuries.
His record is 0-2. He choked down the 49ers game, and he lost to the Washington Commanders.
So the other postseason games he won doesn't count now?
No. Those are the two biggest games that matter.
So those are the cherry picking.
He lost them both. He's 0-2.
So let me know when you're done. Because are you done now? Because we got a whole another 2 hours and 15 minutes. I would like to get Quentin in the show, too. Just let me know.
Yeah, you can talk the rest of the show because my voice will be done. I just had to make sure you understood.
So in conclusion, again, I just sat up here and discussed and broke down all the ways the Lions lost the game. Jared coughing it up. Ben Johnson with a terrible play call. That was absolutely horrible. And finally, the injuries caught up to him. There's absolutely no way you can watch that game and not see that. And if they had 70% of their defensive guys, we're talking about a whole different game. But
no,
that's
you're
why,
not. When the quarterback throws the ball and gives five turnovers, no, you're not.
Absolutely, we're having a different game.
This ain't about defense. It
was
about Jared
defense. Wait, here's the best part about it. All you've been talking about, I don't like the Lions' defense. Now it's not about defense. I just need you to stay consistent. Please do that for me.
I am consistent.
So I can chop down all your points.
And all I want to say to you is you were the guy who sat here
and said what?
Despite watching all the other issues and problems, and I tried to warn you about Aaron Glenn.
They literally went 15-2. I don't understand what you're talking about.
Yeah, 15-2, that's nice, against the AFC South.
No, against every single team they lined up in front of
Here's what
them.
I told you. The idea that you really thought they were going to the Super Bowl is laughable.
Yes, and as they continued to get injured, that became a very difficult thing to do. But why? Okay, here's going by your logic again. Vegas. Who had Vegas had the odds to win the Super Bowl? Who did Vegas have the odds favorite to win the Super Bowl?
The Chiefs.
They had the Lions.
No, they didn't.
They had the Lions. Rob G, am I lying?
No, you're not lying.
So he want to go by Vegas, but now he don't want to go by Vegas. This is what I'm telling you. This is what I'm dealing with.
I'm telling you, I sat here and tried to tell you what was going on.
Russell Wilson lost 5 straight, might not even have a job in 6 months.
He won 5 straight after he took over the job.
And they lost 5 straight when it mattered.
All right.
Aaron Rodgers, a horrible season. You make up all the excuses in the world for Aaron Rodgers.
There you go. You got to go to that. You're going to go to that cow.
Because my point is
Aaron Rodgers not even
prove that I can break it down. The Lions play better. You can't ever
No, you can't because you're deep down. You're so caught up. You had your Lions glasses on, and you didn't want to hear anything that I tried to tell you.
You didn't say anything.
Yes, I did. And I told you about Jared's loss on Friday. And when I picked them, your response
picked them to lose the other game.
No,
you picked them to lose to Minnesota. You picked them to lose to Minnesota to the team before that.
Yeah, because
you literally picked them to lose every week.
No, I did not. And
you literally did.
No, I did not.
13 out of the 16, 17 games.
Absolutely not. All right, 877-99 on Fox. 877-996-6369. Did Saturday's loss to Washington prove that the Lions were frauds?
8 out of 9 games against the Lions. 8 out of 9 on pick'ems.
We'll continue the conversation next with
against
you.
The Lions.
It is the Odd Couple on a Magic City
Monday. You got it
Monday.
right once, Elijah.
You know, Kelvin Washington,
8
Rob
out of 9
Parker.
he was wrong, but the one
this guy
he got right.
Sat here all year like the Lions were going to some Super Bowl. Please.
The Lions going to lose. The Lions going to lose. The Lions going to lose.
It was
The Lions going to lose. The Lions going to lose.
And I was right. And I was right.
Not the other 8 out of 9.